Hi, fellow musicians, guitarists, and music lovers. Today, I'd like to give thanks to everyone who supported this channel since I began in March. I had no idea such a cool community would develop. We got a lot coming up to finish 2023 and to start 2024 off with a bang. I love chatting with you all in the comments. Rest assured, I've noted all your requests and videos are in the works. I just received 2 great new ones recently. From subscriber LHU1961, Leo in the Netherlands, we got a request to make a GT100 harmonist video. I haven't played with this effects yet, so I'm down to explore this. It makes me think of Brian May for some reason. From subscriber Jason in Auckland, New Zealand, Exciter300, a request to demo the tremolo sound on How Soon Is Now, by the Smiths of course, with guitar legend Johnny Marr. Keep a lookout for one of those to be next. Can you believe it? 2024 is almost here. I just finished my 25th long-form video. I figured today would be a good day to recap the gems of wisdom from each video. Links to all are in the description below for easy access. Let's go. The first video came out on March 28th, all about using custom DAW templates to speed up your workflow, saving money and time. We reviewed 3 great ways to turbocharge your creativity and productivity. Number 1, customize your DAW's existing templates. Number 2, create custom templates from scratch. Number 3, use custom templates to help manage your studio workflow as a studio owner or manager. The big takeaway, how not to kill your creative spark and waste endless hours configuring sessions by using DAW templates. Next, we reviewed Jeff Beck's history, who passed away in January of this year. I was a big fan from a very young age. What did we learn? Keep trying different creative tools, different guitars, instruments, pedals, amps, effects. Switch from playing with picks to fingers, using slides. Change tunings, create your own tunings. So many different artists can benefit from these ideas. Use different medium, canvases, filters, settings, materials, techniques, equipment, gear, etc. than what you normally feel comfortable with. Who knows what new boundaries you can break and innovate. Embrace technology, let it expand your creativity. Multi-effects units, virtual amps, software, filters. The possibilities of guitar sounds are endless. Beck never stopped exploring. Listen to a wide range of music, play with different musicians and styles. The big takeaway, don't be afraid to follow your creative muse forever. Keep exploring your creativity no matter how old you are. Next, I did a deep dive into creativity, one of my favorite subjects. We asked 3 questions. First, we asked, what is it and where does it come from? Creativity is the use of skill and imagination to create something new. Skill and imagination are both required for successful creations. Creativity comes from a deep, infinite source. Like gravity, it's intangible. Combining necessity with creativity brings new innovations. Then we asked, why is it important and what are the benefits? The whole world's infrastructure exists because of creativity. Every piece of art, music, every invention, technological advancement, etc., all because of creativity. Endless benefits like better lives, music, art, greater achievements and advancements, happiness and joy. Finally, how can it benefit you? Your life will be elevated. You'll create better solutions for your life's challenges. You'll imagine and achieve greater, innovate more. You'll be a better musician, guitarist, songwriter, producer, painter, and dancer, and more. Tap into creativity as often as possible in every aspect of your life. The benefits are endless. Then we had a creative chat and studio tour with my friend Gene in Amsterdam. We learned a lot about his views on creativity, music, guitars, and recording. Followed by a fun home studio tour with lots of juicy vintage gear. What were the benefits of the video? Experimenting with a variety of gear can inspire your songwriting and playing. Gene's unique views on creativity and how they can be helpful for you. Ideas for setting up a nice home studio. Next, we had a 2-part demo of UAD's Engel Savage 120 amp. First the clean and crunch channels, then the lead. We discovered that this amp transcends the boundaries of rock and metal, uncovering a world of versatility. From pristine cleans to intense crunch, its tonal palette knows no limits. True sonic innovation lies in pushing the boundaries and embracing the unexpected. There's a lot here in just one amp plugin. from clean to crunch to solos to insane distortion, covering a wide range of musical choices. In June, we did a 2-part review of Google Calendar and how it can be used to manage schedules for musicians, artists, and creatives. We reviewed Google Calendar basics, creating events, tasks, color coding, and schemes, and how to use all the basics to craft weekly schedules, combining our personal and collaboration calendars. The big takeaway: using Google Calendar to manage your schedules and routines frees up the worrying from your mind to focus on being creative and getting things done. After that, we revisited my love for Jeff Beck with a deep dive into his classic live tune, Freeway Jam. I've been listening to this song since I was 4 years old. We learned about the G Mixolydian scale and heard its unique qualities. We went through the song part by part to see all the beautiful gems sprinkled throughout. To be a badass on the guitar requires massive amounts of hours practicing, learning, and being humble. When you reach a certain level of mastery with the guitar, you'll feel a certain kind of freedom. But don't stop there. Keep taking things to another level, repeating this constant evolution throughout your life. You can grow, evolve, and change many times throughout your life as a guitarist or musician. It's part of being an artist, trying anything and everything. It's perfectly fine to break the rules and go for it every time you play live. Finally, be fearless. Beck's mastery and constant evolution was driven by his fearlessness. He believed in himself, so you must always believe in yourself. Then came the infamous GT100 Guitar Effects Mastery video, which now has over 20,000 likes. Thank you all for watching. I delved deep into 3 areas. Number 1, using the unit hardware. Number 2, using Boss Tone Studio. And number 3, how to assign effects pedals to effects parameters, including a guitar playing demo, changing the effects parameters with the expression pedal while playing. The benefits: number 1, saving tons of time and money. Less cables. No more buying 9-volt batteries or more cables, the more pedals you get. Number 2, a very sturdy hardware unit that can be used with both the US and European power standards. Great user interface and display. Perfect knobs, pedals, and buttons. Tons of the usual classic Boss effects, amp sims, and cool, unique, creative effects. Number 3, super easy laptop programming with the Tone Studio. That gives you a better visual experience and saves your back years from constantly bending over. We followed that with a deep dive into the vintage preamps and amp sims of the GT100, discovering a wide range of tones with the vintage amp sim patches. Roland, Fender Twin, Tweed, Deluxe, Vox AC30, Matchless DC110, Mesa Boogies, Marshall, Soldanos, the EVH 5150, and more. I'll have to do another video on the advanced amp sim patches very soon. Which other GT100 amp sim patches would you like me to deep dive into? Drop a comment below and let me know. The big takeaway: you get a ton of different amps with a range of gain, cabinets, mic types, and more. Each amp can be meticulously dialed in to get the tone you're after. Go explore. It was summertime and I'd gone to my nearby park to think about creativity and its impact on my life. A continuation of the creativity series, how to get inspired by life, what you see and experience every day. I talked about how life and everything I see inspires me, inspires my song creation. How to create musical ideas from what you see in life, using everything I saw in the park as an example. In part 2, I took all these ideas and crafted a simple song loop based on them, from inspiration to song creation. The big takeaway: you can turn anything you see or experience into music, paintings, or any kind of artistic creation. We returned back to the GT100 to demo 3 different effects groups: delay, tremolo and pan, and the guitar pickup simulator. We discovered just some of the massive selection of effects contained in the GT100. The possibilities are endless. More GT100 effects videos are in the works, coming soon. So hit the notification bell to keep updated on new videos. And drop me a comment, let me know which other effects you'd like me to deep dive into. Around that time, I'd been hearing about fellow musicians and producers and their nagging problems with writer's block. So I did a breakdown of one of my older songs, which was a very creative adventure for me. We reviewed my song, The Stars, and how to use multiple methods to break free from writer's block. The big takeaway: there are plenty of tools to smash through writer's block. Number 1, beautiful, unique scenery and settings can greatly inspire you. Number 2, song structure templates can help you quickly push through putting the song together. Number 3, thinking visually and cinematically, using the movie storyboarding concept can help you put your vision together in a flowing storytelling way. Number 4, limitations can lead to new innovations, like my vocal limitations leading to using effects to make my vocals like another instrument. Take control of your writer's block, make it non-existent. Next, a 2-part series on using the Cubase Arranger track to make song arrangements. We learned how to set up and audition multiple arrangement variations with minimal DAW work, without having to move any individual tracks. I used the song idea I'd come up with during my Park Creativity adventure to test out the Arranger track. We learned how to quickly smash through song structure writer's block by using Cubase's Arranger track. It quickly let me hear different arrangement ideas, without me having to spend hours rearranging tracks for every arrangement idea. In part 2, we learn how to flatten the tracks. Cubase automatically rearranges all your tracks according to the selected arrangement after you've settled on the final song structure. The big takeaway, using the Arranger track can help you create and audition song structures fast without overthinking and stressing out. Then it'll rearrange or flatten everything for you with just one click. Having recently seen a video of Kirk Hammett talking about the Dimebag Darrell wah, I got inspired to make a video on it. I've had it for years and it's really the best wah ever. I delved into my guitar's big bang moment with Jimi Hendrix when I was 13, my love of wahs and discovery of this wah. We did a detailed review of pedal hardware, knobs, buttons, etc., followed by 3 wah guitar playing demos. Number 1, Jimi Hendrix style freeform wah playing. Number 2, funky rhythmic wah style. And number 3, the fixed position sounds made famous by Jimmy Page and Michael Schenker. The versatility of this wah is awesome. You can use it for a huge variety of guitar styles and a wide range of different guitars. If you're gonna get one wah, get this one. Then another GT100 demo tied into our wah video, the Boss Wah Shootout. We reviewed 5 different wahs over 2 videos. How to program the wah effects in Tone Studio, along with wah guitar playing demos. The big takeaway, there are some nice wahs in the GT100. If you want wah just now and then, one of these might work for you and you won't have to buy an additional wah. Or if you want a bunch of wahs without buying a bunch of them, check these out. You might love one or all enough to keep using them. We stayed with the GT100 theme and covered the Divider, an amazing dual amp blending tune, in 2 parts. I discussed the recording history of dual amp blending and reamping methods. In part 1, we did the rhythm crunch blend. In part 2, the heavy distortion solo and clean amp blends. I also talked a bit about what I'm doing with these videos. I'm developing a song over the course of these videos, demoing different effects and tools to try with the song as part of the process. The dual amp method works great with a variety of guitar tones and styles. The possibilities truly are endless. I'd love to hear from you all what kind of videos you'd like me to make within the scope of this channel. Let me know, drop some comments. I'm really getting into the discussions we're having in the comments. Thank you all for the conversations. Earlier in June, I'd gone to see Motley Crue and Def Leppard, 2 longtime favorite bands. I took a lot of video with the intent of making a video later. I'd seen some videos of John 5 that inspired me to dig out that footage and do a guitarist profile video. The first in a series called Guitar Wizard. We started with my Crue history, followed by the concert and a few song clips. Then into a bit of John 5 history, leading to a review of his live solo guitar spot. Thankfully, I captured the whole thing on my phone. We discovered the 3 key elements of guitar mastery: creativity, diversity, and discipline, and what you can learn about each from John 5's playing. He has all 3 in great abundance. Then back to the GT100. We learned how to use the pedal bend with an expression pedal to do whammy pedal effects. We started with some whammy pedal history, then looked into some famous players and songs, and learned how to configure this in Tone Studio. Then I played a few examples with 2 types of pedal bend settings. Again, with the idea to see if I could come up with cool stuff for the new song that I'm developing. The first setting was pitch down a whole step when you press down on the pedal. The second setting was pitch up 1 octave when you press down on the pedal. I was very happily surprised at all the cool stuff that was happening. It was literally my first time playing through this whammy pedal effect, and so many fun ideas just came out of nowhere. I did riffs, solos, and all kinds of interesting things. Some of this stuff will definitely find its way into the song. And finally, a couple of weeks ago, I started my new series, Dino's Deep Dive, giving my song review videos a proper name. I'd seen a lot of Ronnie James Dio reaction videos lately. I wanted to do a deep dive as someone who's been listening to Rainbow and Dio's music since I was 3 or 4 years old. Of course, I picked the one I'd listen to with my dad all the time, Stargazer from Rainbow's second album, Rising. I started with some history and how my dad was responsible for getting me into all this amazing music. We discussed Ronnie and my first guitar hero, Ritchie Blackmore, and his infamous B Phrygian dominant snake charmer scale, which he used for the guitar solo. We listened to the song, discussing vocals, guitar, drums, and production. There are so many benefits. Great singing and lyrics. Ronnie James Dio is perfect. Enough said. Great guitar playing, riffs, solos, and textures. Ritchie Blackmore is a creative master of riffs and solos. Great drums throughout, including one of the coolest drumming intros of all time. Go listen to more Cozy Powell. Great production from Martin Birch. You can hear everything perfectly clearly and loudly. This brings us to today, our 25 video roundup. I look forward to the next 25 videos, bringing you inspiration and knowledge that helps you evolve on your own creative and musical path. Happy explorations! Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you immensely. Here's my big smile, so please go ahead and do the usual. Drop me a comment and let me know what you want to see on this channel. Then hit the bell to get updates on future videos. Join us. Click the link in the video description. You'll get updates on future videos as well as cool, helpful bonus stuff. Have an awesome creative day. Glad we didn't have any series bloopers for this one. First, the Korean and with a deep